So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my Team of the Week 4 predictions. Now, before we actually get into talking about Team of the Week 4, I just quickly want to talk about Team of the Week number 3. What were EA doing with that Team of the Week? There were some insane selections from EA to put into the Team of the Week, and there were some ridiculous exclusions from Team of the Week 3. Like, it was mad, like truly mad. So because of that, I am not confident in any of my picks this week, because last week's Team of the Week from EA was an absolute shambles. Like, literally every Team of the Week predictor got a pretty poor score last week because it was that wild. Anyway, obviously we're not here to focus on Team of the Week 3, we're here to look forward to Team of the Week 4, and that's what we'll be doing in today's video. So now my rant is out the way, let's move on and actually start getting into things, shall we? But before we do that, you guys know the drill. If you could leave a like rating on this video, that would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, in the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Team of the Week. Who do you think will make it? And once you've seen my predictions, let me know who you think I'm going to get right and who you think I'm going to get wrong, and also let me know who I've missed out. If you're new to the channel, of course, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell as well, and that way you'll be notified every single time I upload, or at least in theory you should be. Anyway, before we get into my 23-man prediction, let's quickly talk about some potential informs. These are the players who I feel could make it into the upcoming Team of the Week, but haven't made it into my 23-man prediction, either due to me not thinking they're going to make it, or due to me just not having enough space to fit them in. So on my list, we have Aaron Connolly, who got 2 goals in Brighton's 3-0 win against Spurs. James Milner got a goal and an assist in Liverpool's 2-1 win against Leicester. Previll, one of the French forwards, got himself a goal and 2 assists in a 3-1 win against Toulouse. I actually really wanted to include him this week, but because of him being silver, I just couldn't make room for him. Raul of Wolves got himself 2 assists in their 2-0 win against Manchester City, and Ziyech of Ajax got 2 assists in a 2-0 win. There are actually so many potential informs for the upcoming Team of the Week, loads of bronzes and loads of silvers, but sadly with bronze and silver spots being so limited, I can't include too many of them. I've got like a max of 5 or 6 that will be featuring in the upcoming Team of the Week, so if there's a bronze or silver player you feel like I've missed out, that is why. Okay, so for the goalkeepers this week, I have gone for Matty Ryan of Brighton and Aitor of Levante. Now, won't lie, not super confident in my goalkeeper picks this week at all. There were not too many goalkeeper candidates for the upcoming Team of the Week, so yeah, don't have too much faith in these picks, but I'm going to go for them nonetheless. So let's talk about these players. Matty Ryan, he made 3 saves and helped his side keep a clean sheet in Brighton's 3-0 win against Tottenham. Obviously in this game the star player was Aaron Connolly, the Brighton striker, but I don't think he's going to make it into the upcoming Team of the Week because he's a bronze player and there are so many silver candidates, bronze and silver candidates for the upcoming Team of the Week, so I feel like he'll miss out there and EA will look for a different Brighton player to give the inform to from this match. So I think Matty Ryan's a decent candidate. He didn't do too much in this game, obviously 3 saves isn't a lot, but he did make a couple of key saves towards the end of the game, most notably blocking Lucas Moura's chances. The other goalkeeper I've gone for is Aitor Fernandez, I think that's his name. He made 9 saves in Levante's 2-1 win against Leganes. Now it is worth mentioning this goalkeeper did make a mistake which led to Leganes' goal. He ran out a bit too early and he got chipped. But in this game, he made 9 saves, and that includes a penalty stop. So he had a really good performance, and in my opinion, does still warrant being discussed for a potential inform card. So those are my goalkeeper choices for this week. Like I've said, not super confident in them, but they both do have a decent chance. Okay, so on the first page of defenders, I've got a couple of interesting looking items. Let's first talk about that one on the left. Adama Traore, he got himself 2 goals in Wolves' 2-0 away win at Manchester City. Look, I'm very confident this game will produce an inform, and I think it's fairly likely that this guy will feature in the upcoming Team of the Week for his efforts. The interesting part about this card is what position will it be? Now, Wolves play like one of them 3-5 back systems, so they'll defend as a 5 and go forward with a 3 at the back. So Traore kind of plays right wing, but also right wing back, so that's something to bear in mind. Now, EA, when they give informs, they normally give inform in the position of the starting lineup, and if they're going to go off that, then Traore in Team of the Week should be a right wing back. However, in game, like if you look at his heat map, he played a much more advanced role, so it'll be interesting to see what position this card is, but nonetheless, it could be a very interesting card for Ultimate Team because he's so quick, he's got good physicals, and he's very good on the ball. Obviously, his shooting stats aren't the best, but if he gets a good inform boost, then this Adama Traore card in FIFA potentially could be a decent super sub item. Anyway, let's move on, shall we, to the player in the middle. It's David Luiz. Could David Luiz get his first Arsenal inform this week? He scored the only goal as Arsenal beat Bournemouth 1-0 at home. Pepe whipped in a nice corner and David Luiz headed it home to get the only goal in that game. So a goal and a clean sheet for the Brazilian. Will he feature in Team of the Week 4? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Over on the end of the page, we have Milenkovic. This guy also got himself a goal and a clean sheet in a 1-0 win for his side. His side, Fiorentina, beat Udinese 1-0. Page number 3 features 2 players from the La Liga and 1 from the French Ligue 1. Arthur from Barcelona got himself 2 assists in Barcelona's 4-0 win against Sevilla. This game actually got pretty mental. Towards the end of the game, Barcelona had 2 players sent off, which was pretty crazy, but nonetheless, Arthur heavily involved in half of the goals in this match. In the middle of the page, we have Roncaglia. He got himself a goal in his side's 2-1 win. Yeah, he did concede, but he got an alright match rating, and he was one of the few defenders to be involved amongst the goals this week. So maybe he could feature in Team of the Week 4. I'm less confident about him featuring though, if I'm being honest. And finally, on the end of the page, we have Saint Etienne's Boudibous. He got himself a very late assist in Saint Etienne's 1-0 win against Lyon. Literally in the 90th minute, this guy whipped the ball in, and one of the strikers got their head to it. So maybe off the back of that performance, he can pick up an inform. He got a decent match rating as well. Not an amazing one, but one that's good enough to put him in the conversation for an inform. Page number 4 has a player in the middle of the page, which we will discuss heavily in a moment. Let's discuss the players on either side of him first, shall we? Sané, the player from the French League 2, got himself a hat-trick in a 4-0 win for his side, so he could feature on the reserves of Team of the Week number 4. And then the player on the right is Pereira, who got himself a goal and 2 assists in West Brom's 4-2 win against Cardiff. And if he got the inform this week, he could get a position change inform, which would be awesome. And that card for this stage of the game actually doesn't look that bad, so you know, look out for that one if it does indeed happen. Okay, let's talk about that Hazard card, shall we? So he got himself a goal and an assist in Real Madrid's 4-2 win against Granada. Now, a goal and an assist isn't normally enough for a very high rated player to get an inform. Normally they've got to do a bit more. Hazard didn't get a brilliant match rating for this game. He got a 2 from Marca, and if you don't know how the scoring system works on there, it's basically 1 to 3. So he got a pretty average match rating. So because of that, I'm not very confident in Hazard featuring in the upcoming Team of the Week. However, looking at this upcoming Team of the Week as a whole, there aren't too many quote-unquote hype players that are going to get people excited for the Team of the Week. Therefore, I'm thinking EA may throw Hazard in to bring some attention to that Team of the Week. So that's my theory. I am not confident in Hazard featuring in Team of the Week 4 at all, but it's possible. So, yeah, we're going to go for it, but I'm not confident in it. So do remember that if you're doing predictions yourself. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll see Eden Hazard feature this week? Let me know in the comments. I'm also going to put a poll. So if you click in the right top corner of the screen right now, there will be a poll where you can vote for either whether you think Hazard will be in Team of the Week or not. Up next, we have 2 Frenchmen and 1 player from the Czech Republic. So, on the left, we have Kozak. This guy got himself a hat-trick, so he has a decent shot at making the upcoming Team of the Week. He got 3 goals in a 4-0 win for his team, so that could very well be enough to see him pick up a special card this week. In the middle of the page, we have Mole. Don't know if that name is said correctly, but I'm going to go for it. This guy got himself a goal and an assist in a win for Montpellier. He got a goal and an assist in a 3-1 win, and he also got an 8 match rating on the keep, which is decent, and that's the reason why I feel like he could feature in the upcoming Team of the Week. The final player on this page is the French forward Gignac. He got himself 2 goals in a 4-0 win for his side against Santos Laguna, and he could feature on the bench of Team of the Week number 4, sorry. And actually, his rating is high enough for him to feature in the starting 11, so we will see what happens with that card if he does indeed get selected. On the next slide, we have a potential upgrade for a one to watch item in FIFA 20. Pablo Sarabia got himself a goal and 2 assists in PSG's 4-0 win against Angers. On top of those stats, he also got an 8-match rating on the keep, so I think it's very, very likely that this guy gets an inform this week, and because of that, obviously, we'll see his one-to-watch item being boosted. Now, in the game that was played, Sarabia actually played out wide, so his inform card likely will be a wide item, but obviously his one-to-watch will remain as a central card. So if you've got Sarabia's one-to-watch item, then hopefully on Wednesday it should be getting upgraded. I actually packed his one-to-watch item the other night in a 2-player pack, so that'll be a nice boost on Wednesday, hopefully. In the middle of the page, we have Hoffenheim attacking midfielder Adama. I hope I've got that name right. This guy got himself 2 goals in his side's 2-1 win against Bayern Munich, so he deserves to feature in the upcoming Team of the Week in my opinion. 2 goals from midfield against a big club should be enough to see him feature in Team of the Week number 4. He also got pretty good match ratings in most German outlets as well. Finally, on the end of the page, we have PSV's Berwin. He got himself a goal and 2 assists in a 4-1 win. Now, in this game, Dumfries, the right back, got himself a goal and an assist, and the young striker Marlon got himself 2 goals as well. But I think Berwin will be the one to pick up an inform. Is it Berwin or Bergwin? I'm not actually fully sure how to pronounce that name. If you know, let me know in the comments. On the penultimate page, we have an interesting slide of cards. On the left, we have Hermann the German. He got himself 2 goals and an assist in a 5-1 win for his side against Augsburg. So it's pretty likely that he will feature in the upcoming Team of the Week. If he doesn't feature, then I feel like one of his teammates will, and it could potentially be Alisson player. In the middle of the page, we have Patson Daka. This guy got himself a hat-trick in a 6-0 win for his side, RB Salzburg. So I think it's pretty likely that he will feature in the upcoming Team of the Week, and if he does, that inform could actually be a pretty decent item in Ultimate Team, because obviously it'll be a cheap card, and this guy could potentially be pretty OP. He's got really good pace, he's 6 foot in game, he's got decent strength, good agility for a big man too, so there is actually some decent potential for that card to actually have some use. Over on the end, we have Jehovic. This guy got himself 4 goals in a win for his team. He got 4 goals in a 5-1 win. 2 of the goals were penalties, so that actually could, in theory, cost him. But 4 goals in a match, nonetheless, is pretty impressive. And thus, I think it's fairly likely that he'll be picking up a special card on Wednesday. And now we arrive on the final page of my predictions this week, where we have Jermaine Defoe, Wesley from Aston Villa, and Alejandro Gomez again. Yep, Alejandro Gomez is featuring in my predictions again, and we'll talk about why in a minute. But first, let's talk about Jermaine Defoe, who got himself a hat-trick in a 5-0 win for Rangers against Hamilton. Yeah, got himself a hat-trick. Jermaine Defoe's actually been on fire recently. I think he's got something like 5 goals in his past 3 games, so he's scoring on a regular basis. He is the definition of an informed player, and after scoring a hat-trick, I feel like he deserves a special card on Wednesday, and I don't think too many people will disagree with that. Wesley this week got himself 2 goals and an assist in Aston Villa's 5-1 win against Norwich. In this game, he actually missed a penalty. He could have had his hat-trick, but unfortunately for him, he didn't get it. But 3 goals in a 3 goal contributions in a 5-1 win is still pretty impressive, so I think it's likely he picks up an inform on Wednesday. The final player on this page and the final player in my prediction this week is Alejandro Gomez. Now, I'm sure some of you are getting sick of me putting this guy in my predictions, but I feel like he's got to get an inform at some point. So this past week, he got himself a goal and man of the match and a very good rating from Gazzetta in Atalanta's 3-1 win. Now, he actually could have had an inform last week. Gomez scored twice in a 4-1 win against Sassuolo. So just like Jermaine Defoe, Alejandro Gomez is the definition of an inform player, therefore deserves an inform. So yeah, hopefully he gets it this week. Like I said, he got himself a goal, put in a man of match display, and got a good match rating from Gazzetta, and that's why I feel like Gomez could get the inform this week. So guys, you've just seen my predictions for the upcoming Team of the Week. However, we are not done there. I do have one more player which I want to speak to you guys about, and that player is the guy on the screen. It's Carlos Vela, and he got himself a few goals tonight in LA's game against Colorado, and because of his goals in this game, he has now broken the record for most goals scored in an MLS season. He is a record breaker, and I think he's going to get a record breaker item this week in Ultimate Team. Will it come with Team of the Week 4? Maybe. Will it come separately? possibly. So that's why I haven't included him in my 23-man predictions, although he could obviously be included in the upcoming Team of the Week. But maybe EA will just throw it into packs randomly, or maybe EA will release this card separately, maybe as an SBC, maybe into packs, I don't know. Nonetheless, I had to mention it because I do think we'll see a record breaker Carlos Vela this week. Anyway guys, you've seen my predictions for the upcoming Team of the Week, and you've also seen a bonus record breaker card which I feel like we'll get in the next few days. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to leave a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Team of the Week. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.